simpático y espero que lo escribas.
Let me lower the video real quick. Shout out Nacho. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to whoever's watching this. Time for a weekly markup. We're gonna go over first USDCAD, but before that, I wanted to go over UJ. The previous trade I had gotten in not yesterday, what am I saying? Last week, we're still actually in the trade. As you can see, UJ got in here and price almost came back to start to the entry, but still the stop loss was perfectly right below the entry and price didn't take me out, and I was still in, and I've been securing all the way down. In this last secure position, I secured for 480 pips, which is a crazy trade, and it's still going. And this was literally the second to last trade I took on the $40 account, which is up at, we're up $30 on this thing. And the trade before that was GBPUSD shorts, which I'm gonna go over right now. Which is weird because it says on the entry it says sell, which is correct, and then closing it says buy, which so you guys gotta fix that. Or their name is liquid now, which whatever. But those were the last two trades that I took on this account, and obviously UJ is still running on this account, on the top tier challenge account. So now let's go over UJ. So on the, let me lower the music real quick and the sound. When I'm looking for UJ, I mean this is on the daily, by the way. I didn't do a weekly markup because obviously the markup remains the same if I'm still in the trade. The first TP was here, and obviously set it at risk free or secured. Price didn't come back to stop out to entry, and it just continued, and it's still floating for 180 pips. And I have this little yellow line here because all of this is active liquidity, active sellers in the market like me, obviously, right? That price still has to come and turn around. And right now I was looking at this, obviously we have this nice bullish uptrend. We didn't show any strength right here on the uptrend. It tried, but it obviously respected previous area of supply, previous area of demand, previous area of demand, previous area of supply. It respected it over here as well as supply, and then it continued to mount. But now, as you can see, we're approaching another area of demand, which is here at 142. We're really close to it. We're about like 10 pips away. No, actually more, like 27 pips away, 20 pips away. So definitely we're gonna see what price does around here. Price could either do this and continue. Obviously you would still want the buys to be above here, because obviously that would add confluence to the previous area of supply and demand. Demand obviously would be turning into demand again, but that would only be if price respects this area of demand as new demand, because price could also do this, break below, test it as a lower high, and continue all the way to 14500, which most likely is what's going to happen. And then at 14500, then we can have the reversal. So now let's go into the trades of the weekly markup. First was USDCAD. I charted this yesterday. I was so freaking tired yesterday that I literally just crashed out. This was what, 8:44, and then today I charted GBPJPY and GBPUSD. Let's go over USDCAD first. On the weekly, on the monthly, higher time frame analysis is pretty much the same from last week. It's just that now price, instead of breaking above, being above 139, now we're below it, and we have a bearish engulfing candle below as well. So on the monthly, we're definitely bearish. Hop into the weekly. Oh, you can pause it and read it. We have a lower high. Well, obviously we have our bearish engulfing candle on the weekly below, and then we have a lower high testing, and then the meltdown. And we even close below 139. We have a kind of a lower high or a double top but price still, however, broke below 139, and now we even broke some structure here. So now I definitely do see price melting all the way to here first, at least, which is 134 500 would be first target. But you would also want to see something like this. You don't want to see a bearish engulfing candle. Let's say on Sunday, or today is Sunday, what am I saying? Today's Sunday, the market hasn't opened yet. It opens at 2:30 p.m. my time. So you would want to see something like this close, and then possibly even a lower high. And that would be actually a nice little trade to start the week. A little 280 pip trade. So now let's go into, then USDCAD is confluencing with GBPUSD. Look at this, all bullish, all bearish. Now it's with GJ and UJ. Well, GJ is still bearish. So, and so with GJ, they're confluencing. So you can pause it and read it. Let's go into GJ. Again, from the monthly, you can see obviously we're right below 195, which happens to be a nice area of supply, area of demand, area of demand, area of supply, area of supply, area of demand. And now we're approaching it. Now let's hop into the weekly. Obviously, we were bearish. I think I wrote down we were monthly bearish turning bullish. And why is that? Because we had a bearish engulfing candle below here, we had a meltdown here, and this was looking like a lower high. And then it was starting to melt again, but it tested 185 and it failed to continue to break lows, created a low wick, double bottom. But now our price is testing 195 again. Now we hop into the weekly. On the weekly we're bullish, but we're turning bearish. You can't really see it here. Let me delete this for now. On the weekly you can see this bearish pin bar, and I literally had to search it up because I literally almost, you can see right here, pin bar, bearish pin bar, bullish pin bar. Same thing over here, bearish pin bar. It's looking as well like a double bottom, as well as below a supply and demand key level. So that's three confluences right there. We were bullish here, turning bearish. That's what I wrote down. So now I hop into the daily. Let me delete this. Hop into the daily. You see on the daily we're already bearish. We had this double top here, right above 195. We had a daily bearish engulfing candle below 195, a second bearish engulfing candle, and now we're having some lower highs below. Definitely I do see price hitting all the way to 185 if shorts remain below 195. Obviously the buyers will change if prices are something like this, maybe to come clear out these wicks over here. But as well, you would also need a bullish engulfing candle here, and you would need your higher lows above. Oh, you would need a bullish engulfing candle here, and you would need your higher lows above here to target obviously those wicks. So now, last but not least, did I tell you to pause it and read it? You can pause it and read it. Pause it and read. GBPUSD. Now, let me delete this real quick. I'm mainly looking for shorts. GBPUSD on the higher time frame, monthly. See, we're super freaking bullish. Look at all of these candles. Bullish. This monthly candle looks like it's about to close bullish. Let's hop into the weekly. You can see we broke up on 134, which is where I was looking for sales. And actually, let me go over. Well, right now I'm gonna go over it right now because it was right below here. I was looking for sales earlier last week or earlier this week. I'm not sure. It was the 19th, I believe. Let me see. Yep, it was the 19th of May, but my last trade was GBPUSD sales at 133.52. 133.52 or somewhere around here. We'll go over it right now. So on the weekly we were bullish as well. On the daily we're bullish. The price tested this previous area of supply, tested it as new demand, and it shot out, breaking 134, right where we previously had respected previous area of supply over here. We respected it, but it showed no strength, because if it would have been strong, price would have done this. This is what I was looking for right here, which did not happen. And I think I got married too much to the sales, and I literally missed out on the buys. Literally, because if not, I would have gotten GBPUSD buys. Yeah, so where was this trade that I took? Hold up. GBPUSD shorts. This is literally the last trade I took. I was on the 30-minute. I was kind of looking for this area of supply to be respected again. This area of supply below, which I don't think it did happen. 133.52. Oh, I think it goes right here. 133.52. Yep, it's right here. So we were below 134. So that was that was good at that point in time. And then I was looking for the shorts, I believe, right off here on the 30-minute time frame. And here's that 30-minute supply. Oh yeah, it literally got out perfectly because price never ever. It might never even went in profit. You can see, price never even went in profit. It would have hit full stop loss. Good thing that I closed -7 pips. So you have to close your losses early. Price is not showing you any strength for your buyers. Get out of the trade. But I also missed out on buys. But honestly, as long as you learn, is all that matters. Price could literally come give us another re-entry either way to 134, possibly, very possible. If not, it could just keep it flying. And the next target is 137, which you can see on the weekly is another area of supply. Right, it gave us this big drop. Oh, actually, the main drop was here, and then it retested, and there's the full biggest drop. It gave us a big drop of 600 pips, and we're approaching it right now, 137. So definitely no buys yet on GBPUSD, but we just have to wait. Maybe a re-entry at 134, or maybe a rejection at 137. And I believe that's it. Peace out to anybody watching this. I command you health, wealth for you and your entire family. Back to work.